Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Forgiven AF Podcast. I'm going to be real with you guys. This is round 2. The first time we was recording this episode, it was so deep that the devil was like, I ain't letting y'all do that, and turned off all the electricity. It got dark in here real quick. It got dark real quick.
To stop us.
It was weird, bro. But no, so you guys know Forgiven AF. I always tell you on the beginning that this is marketing material for our mentorship program. We also have Fresh Out, which is our prison program where we try to help guys when they get out to connect them with resources and stuff like that. And actually, I'm going to the Coleman unit, which is a women's prison, this Saturday to go do a panel on reentry with a bunch of good guys. Guy Twan, who was on the show a couple weeks ago from Houston, it's just like prison ministry stuff, but leadership type stuff as well. But look, today's episode, y'all, I'm super excited about this. This is about where we got cut off, was right about here, so we didn't get too far. But I'm really excited for y'all to meet my friend John Reel. We've been connected on social media for a little bit, just trying to make this happen. It hasn't been as easy because he's real busy, but he's got a cool background. I call it a cool background because I love when someone has been through what we've been through, especially in the prison world, and then came out and been able to make something of themselves, owning a company, construction company already, doing 7 figures. Like, it's crazy. But there's 2 things that happens because of hard work and God. You know what I mean? So, John, man, first of all, thank you for being here, bro. It means the world to me that you took some time out of your day, especially I know how busy you are to get here.
Yes, sir.
Could you maybe just take over, kind of let people that watch this know kind of who you are, where you're from, what your life was like?
Yes, sir. So I'm from Texas, born and raised. Born out of in Houston, moved up to East Texas, and then we moved to we went to Mesquite and then back to East Texas, back and forth throughout my whole life. So basically, we'll start. I had a pretty good childhood. I grew up with a stepfather. My real father wasn't around. So my stepfather was pretty. He was a decent man. He was a great coach. He always went fishing and hunting. He taught us everything that we needed to know as a child. But I was still that troubled kid for the simple fact that whenever I was around 2 years old, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 6, I had went through some stuff where I was molested as a kid. So I never knew why I acted the way I did, but after I went to prison and I got with my counselor was able to pull this from me. I knew that it happened, but I had already went into that stage of where I went to prison. Was my first time to acknowledge what had happened to me because I had hid it for so long. But I knew that something was wrong because of the way I acted, and I didn't know why I always had that chip on my shoulder. I always wanted to fight. I always wanted to be rebellious and go against the rules.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah.
It's so funny, and this is another God thing. That same thing happened to me too as a kid a couple times, and I never shared it with any single person until I was in prison, and my counselor pulled that out of me too.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. We hold on to it for so long, and then that we tuck it away that we forget.
Yeah.
And then so that happened. So once she got it out of me, I started learning how to work on. That's when I could learn to work on myself, right? So, but I still never spoke about it until 2021. After I got out, and I still didn't tell no one. But now I can speak about it openly because I'm not embarrassed.
And it's going to save. There's so many people that are watching this that have dealt with the same thing, that are embarrassed to talk about it or feel like they did something wrong.
Yeah. So if that happened to you and y'all watching this, man, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. So don't ever think that way. Talk about it. Get it off your chest. That's the best thing that you can do, is to actually talk about it and learn to deal with it the correct way. Because when you learn
So
the
good.
coping mechanisms, then you can learn to live again.
That's so good.
So my childhood wasn't bad. I was always in sports, but I still chose to go down that road. And then I chose to get in a gang, and then I chose to sell drugs. And then so I committed crimes. I got caught. Got sentenced to prison, and then so I got out in 2014.
Can we talk about the prison for a little bit?
Yes, sir.
So we kind of hit on this a little earlier. What gang specifically?
I was a blood.
Which was mostly like it's like a black
It's a
gang, right?
predominantly black. Yeah. So in prison, it was a little bit different for me because I was a white dude in an all black gang. So it was a little bit tougher. Like they looked at me different. The white people judged me. The black people judged me. So I mean, I ain't gonna say that it was easy, but I'm good with my
Yeah.
hand. So it was fun. So I mean, I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed fighting. So fighting all the time didn't bother me. And I knew that I had something to prove. Or I thought I did.
Yeah.
So I was a knucklehead when I got locked up. I was always fighting, always causing trouble. And then so
Let me ask you a question, and this is something I always wondered when it comes to, because I know other white dudes that were bloods and stuff. And did you ever feel like, okay, so if something pops off, the white dudes obviously they're not gonna have my back but then will the bloods actually have my back? Like, did you
yeah,
ever like wonder that, or
no,
did you knew that they were like
100%.
That's cool.
Like no, like it was.
Do you see what I mean? Though,
yeah, 100%. So it felt the same way in the world as outside of the world. Like even though you're in a gang and you're white, outside the world, you're
Yeah.
still looked at like. At first, they look at you as like you're either a or you got something.
yeah,
They're gonna look at you like you're friendly at first, but then they realize you earn respect. You're respected differently. But like they had my back outside of the world, and that's the reason why I rolled with them when I went in, is because I actually left Dallas County with a bunch of them.
okay.
So we were all on the same bus.
So you were already, yeah. Then
It wasn't
makes
like I
sense.
could get there and be like,
Yeah. So it wasn't like you just showed up to prison and then got into the gang.
No. So like, bro, it was like me and three other dudes that were at like three other bloods that I had banged with inside the county already. So we were all on the bus together. So when we got there, it was kind of like all of us in our own little thing anyway. So
Yeah.
we just stayed around each other. I seen so many people that I knew down there.
Really?
Yeah.
That means you were running with the wrong crowds in the street.
For
clearly.
for sure.
So how long did you end up doing?
Total, it's around 7 years. Back and forth, in and out. Yeah,
It's about the same.
So,
It's about the
yeah.
same as me.
And then
When did you? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But when in prison did you realize, or did it not happen in prison?
No, it did.
When you were like, okay, I want to change my life and I
Yeah.
want to go in a different direction.
My last time in, I was like, dude, so do you remember that song, God's Not Dead?
Yeah. Heck yeah, I remember that.
So they came and performed that at one of our, it was like an outreach group.
Yeah.
They came and they performed that song, like, bro, and then we all got to just talk to them, and I knew that. So and then they so I had got baptized in there too. They did a little baptism.
That's cool.
Because you know how they start allowing you to do stuff like that with the outreaches going in. Hey, if you want to get baptized, we got this.
I love that.
We got this horse trough. If
Yeah.
you want to get dunked in this horse trough? Come on. So they did that, and then I knew, like, man, I want to change. And then I had an OG in there, and he was like, man, you know, I said, if you don't want to be in here for the rest of your life like me, he's like, you need to figure out what you want to do. He's like, this ain't it.
Would you consider him a mentor at the time?
Yeah, for sure. Cause he always, even though he was a old school blood, he wasn't getting out. And so he was like, man, if I could teach anyone, I'd rather tell y'all, hey, y'all got a chance.
That's cool.
And so that, so I mean, I kept reading the Bible. I kept getting closer to God. And I'm not gonna say that I changed 100% while I was in jail. I didn't have that magical overnight thing, because when I got out, I went right back.
You know, it's called progressive sanctification, which means when you form a relationship with the Lord, you slowly make changes to become better. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like some people think they get baptized and all of a sudden they're supposed to be perfect, and it doesn't work that way.
No, because like the thing is faith without actions is dead. So even though I wanted it, I didn't understand that it took me this long to get here. So it's going to take me a while to change.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got out, I was out for 3 months, 2 months, 2 or 3 months, maybe 4. And I went right back.
Really?
Yeah, I did 18 more months. So then in 2014 is when I got out and haven't been back. Got off parole.
What changed that last time? Like when you got home, like what were you able to? Do you have any advice for someone that's about to get home if they want to do it right? Like,
Man, what I could say is, you got to set your mind on what you want and actually put your back against the wall and focus and dive deep into what you want and to basically learning how to become that next level person.
yeah.
If you want to change, you got to find out who you want to be and take the steps to get there. You can't just wish for it.
That's good. I like the way you said put your back against the wall. Like it's you know, you what do you that's like an analogy of like you're about to fight, right? You got to put your
Yeah.
back against the wall. And it's the same thing if you want to like live a productive, healthy, successful life, it's a fight too.
Yeah.
You got to put your back against the wall and know, you know what I mean? Because you got to watch out for all the old friends,
Yeah.
drugs, temptations, girls. So if you got your back against that wall, you're looking forward at what you want, you can protect yourself. But if you're not, if you get home and you want to go, I made a mistake, but when I first came home, I was say, well, I want to go show all people look at me now because I
Yeah.
lost a bunch of weight, I was in
Yeah.
shape. Bro, I got high that same day.
Yeah. See, so and this is another thing. So this is how strong the devil is. Even after I made my mind up that I'm done. I'm 100% done. I'm not going back. I drank and I got a DWI while on uh
Roll,
parole.
yeah.
So now I'm fighting a DWI case. And guess what? I s- I was so caught up into that. Like, I'm changing. I'm a different person though. Why does this happen to me? Why? I got another one
Do you feel like
while
you
fighting.
do you feel like it was like you were like, did you go into a state of self-pity? Like, oh, why
Yeah.
me? Like this
Yeah.
shouldn't
Like,
happen.
why?
I'm trying to do good.
I'm,
Why is this?
yep. It's exactly what happens. And then, while I was fighting that one, I got another one.
3 of them?
Bro, yeah. Back to back to back.
What were you going through at the time that you were like, I'm still gonna go choose to like
Just because I was like, I don't even drink. I only drink on a Friday or Saturday. And so I was like, I'm not an alcoholic, and then it clicked.
you think
Yes.
God was trying to teach you something or tell you
Yeah.
something?
He was
Like,
like, if you don't change, you're gonna go back forever. So he got that third one happened within like the span of I want to say within like a span of a year or two. I got all three.
yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And then so 2017. So because I didn't drink I was sober, and I was like, I'm just gonna well, I'll tell you this much, and I haven't told anyone. I would go to the bars and be like, no, I don't drink, but then sneak off and take a shot
And then come back to the bar, hang out?
and come back to the bar and hang out. And I did that one night, and that's when I got my first DWI.
Were people like, how did you get a DWI? You don't drink. Or you
Right.
just didn't tell anybody?
No. They knew. So then, well, yeah. So I hid, but I did hide the DWIs. Good. My family knew, but I wouldn't tell other people. Like, I didn't tell anyone my business what I was going through because I wanted people to think that he's changed. Oh, I'm so proud of him. And then
You were almost like living for like what other people thought about you.
I was living for the praise of being a different person.
Yeah.
And then finally in 2017, I decided that I won't drink ever again.
You haven't drank since then?
No, I
Oh,
won't.
that's so awesome. I was hoping that
I
that's
won't.
where that was gonna
I
go.
won't. I'll never drink. I finally decided that I'm not gonna give God just a little,
That's so good, bro.
but I'm gonna give him everything
That's
of me.
so good. And then look how your life has taken off since
So
then.
yeah, dude. So I had a kid. Now I got two kids. I got two little boys, Wyatt and Walker. Um, I'm uh
You're remarried.
Yeah, so I've never been married,
Oh.
but yes, I do have a great uh, relationship with the mother of my child.
I love the way you talk about her. Like
So
when so far, every time I've heard you talk about her, you talk very highly of her. You talk about how she's created these businesses and how smart she is and
oh,
motivated
she's
she is.
amazing.
Like that's really cool. I
Yeah,
like to hear that.
she's amazing, dude.
How'd you meet her?
Coaching program, Apex.
Really?
Yeah, she worked there with Ryan Stewart. Um, so yeah, that's where I met her. But yeah, so let's get back to my kind of like story.
Yeah.
So, got sober 2018, had my first kid. Then after that, me and the mother of my child split up. She went off, and dude, I went into the deepest depression. And I had a tree company back then. And I blew through 7 figures like it wasn't nothing. Um, Lost everything, but I didn't let no one know at this time that I had lost everything. I still lived like I had it all. I still, um,
You struggled a lot with pride, it sounds like of
oh,
wanting
dude.
to maintain an image almost
Oh,
of like
dude, I
I
did
do
so
too.
bad.
I do too.
So I wanted people to never know what I went through, but now, dude, I don't care. Like, hey, I did it. This ain't my first time being up.
Yeah.
And if I fall again, I'm coming back again. Like
Now you know. That's good.
nothing's gonna hold me down. I've done it once. I'm gonna do it twice. Or I've done it. I mean, out of prison, I came up. Went. I mean, so I mean, it's
Yeah.
not. Nothing's gonna hold me back. I know now what it takes,
That's good.
and I know that it takes a relationship with God.
That's so good.
So now fast forward, I own a construction company, a concrete company. We're on our going on 3 years. We're doing 7 figures a year easily. Um, it's producing, it's growing, we're scaling. And so it's I'm learning every day. I'm putting systems and processes in place for me to be able to grow. I'm networking, I'm meeting new people. So I'm getting out there and I'm just grinding. I'm so focused on trying to become the best version of myself that I could possibly become without letting ego and pride get in the way this time.
And that's everything, right? Mentally, physically,
Mentally,
spiritually. Like you
physically.
stay in the gym.
I stay in the gym. I stay reading. I stay talking to mentors. I stay going to church. I stay praying, and I stay trying to help the next person because it ain't about how much money I have in the bank. It's not about what I have or what I wear or what I drive. It's about who else can I help.
You're speaking my language right there. I love that.
And so that like my I don't do I like fancy things? Of course. Like Upchurch said, I'm a show off.
I want you to like real
But
quick because I think that this is something that you could really talk good on. How important it is the people you keep around you, like
uh,
your circle.
oh, dude, so
And that's something you have a
that was
good.
one thing that I did have to learn is it matters so much about who you have around you. Your circle matters.
Yeah.
Like, and I heard this over and over and over. Like, uh, a drug dealer. So I heard this in AA first. It says if you want to be a baseball player, hang out with baseball players. If you want to be a basketball player, hang out with basketball players. If you want to be sober, you hang out with somebody that's sober.
Yeah.
If you want to be a millionaire, you hang around other millionaires.
That's good.
And dude, that's real.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the world flows on energy. I never believed that. Like I didn't believe in the manifestation and speaking it into existence, but it says it all inside the Bible.
It's in the Bible. That's what's
Bro,
always so it's deep.
Speak it with the mouth.
Yeah.
And what you do is you make it happen. Like you believe that you already have it by speaking it, and then and it's gonna come into play.
It's so good.
So if you're around other individuals who have what you want, and you don't ever try to be the biggest one in the room, because if so,
Yeah,
then what do you have to learn?
That's
Why are
so
you around
good.
these people? So everyone that I try to hang out with are entrepreneurs doing better than me or have something that I want.
That's so good. Like you're preaching right there.
So, especially my main circle,
Yeah.
like I'm the smallest fish in the bowl.
That means you're in the right place.
And it feels so good because, I mean, they make me feel like I fit in.
That's good.
And anyone that I'm around, I want to be able to learn from them. So if I can't learn from you, then there's really no reason for us to be around each other.
That's good.
If you're not teaching me about how to grow my business, if you're not teaching me about how to be a better father, if you're not teaching me about how to become a better businessman or make money or learn about God, what are you around me for? I don't party, I don't drink, I don't go out, I don't want to chase women. Like, so what?
I love that, bro. It's something else that reminds me of you spoke on, that you said a little bit earlier was like kind of manifesting, like believing in something to receive it, and it is biblical. Um, on the opposite side of that, just a piece of advice I want to give is the opposite is true as well. There's a lot of people that just speak negativity over their life all the time, like, or speak a broke mindset, or speak, self pity, or speak, and that will bring you those things too. You know what I mean? In a
Yeah.
negative way. So the same way you manifest positive things, there's a lot of people sitting around complaining, feeling
Oh,
sorry for themselves, manifesting negativity.
You become a pessimist,
Yeah,
and then what you do is like whenever because the world is energy, so they tell you never say anything about yourself that you don't want to happen because your brain does not know that it's joking
that's
or
good.
that you're not being serious. So if you tell yourself you're dumb, guess what? Your brain is going to start thinking you're dumb. And then all right, so I was talking to someone one time and I was like, dude, I need to figure out how to budget for this. And they're like, no, that's not the way you think. He's like, if you think like that, guess what's going to happen? You're going to make your, so if you start thinking about how to budget, so what you're going to do is you're going to trick your brain into
Make just enough for the budget.
yeah.
Yeah,
So what you'll do is you'll slow down your income and then and you'll plateau and then you'll slowly decrease because you're going on survival mode. So you don't think your brain's gonna stop trying to make money,
yeah,
and it's gonna start trying to live off same way it does with food.
that's good.
So it's gonna start trying to live off of that money that you make already, and then you won't learn, then you won't grow, then the energy around you won't bring it.
Yeah,
So he said instead of learning how to budget, if you want something, learn how to make what do I have to do to make more money to be able to afford that? So it's another way of scaling as well because like reverse engineering is how you scale a business, right? If I
yeah,
want to make $10 million this year, how many salesmen do I need? How many sales do they have to make each in order for me to hit this 10 million?
that's good. Yeah.
So and that's the way you have to go
And
about
don't
it.
let that like go over your head because he's throwing out such a big number. Like if you're sitting there in prison, you're thinking you might need to start off of like, how do I need to reverse engineer and make $100,000? You
Right.
know what I mean? Like don't
Yeah.
let that, because sometimes I feel like if you throw out such a big number, someone's like, oh, that's not for me. That's for rich
Right.
people,
Yeah.
So like you could bring it down to a small, hey, what do I need to do to get a job? Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
reverse engineer that. Like, but it's what he's saying is spot on. He's just at a
Sure.
little higher level than some of us when it comes to
Oh no,
the
I'm
goals.
not. God is. He
That's
he
good.
he'll fulfill anything,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to touch on is God. So anyone who's in the prison system or gone to prison or a felon or they're having trouble about trying to find a job or not wanting, man, I can't do it now. I've messed up. There's no way. Well, I'm a 15-time felon. I got nothing but violent and drug and gun cases. So if I can do it, you can do it. All you have to do is you have to change your mindset. Everything is about your mindset. Once you learn to change your mindset into a positive way, God will take you and do it. But you have to focus on God and God will do the rest. And I'm not saying just say, okay, I'm going to turn my life over to God and believe in God and I'm going to get rich. No, He'll make ways. You have to do the work. There's still a lot of work. He can't do the work for you, but he'll pave the way
Yeah, like to put the right people in your life, or give you just opportunities that are not expected.
that you don't see. Like
Yeah.
I had this dude, it's crazy, but I had this dream like in 2022 and it was God talking to me. He's like, I'm gonna make you rich. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, okay, cool. Dude, and I'm not lying, from that moment, just the opportunities that have popped up in my life. Like I do the IULs, the Index Universal Lives, and I used to watch this guy named Matt Sapala on live, and he breaks down Walk a Flock of Flames, saying Walk a Flock of Flames, like I'll never go broke again. Now I watch Donald Trump and he gets this insurance and he puts this much money in it and then he borrows back from it and then he pays it again. He said, my money makes money, da da da. And it's Matt Sapala breaking it down, right?
Yeah.
And so I watched that video and I kept seeing it always. And it was so hard to figure out how to even get these things. And I didn't know how to get it. I didn't know that it was an insurance policy that you buy for your life, but it's actually for living benefits and all this type of stuff. So literally one of my buddies named Sean Casper. He was like, "Hey, bro, I'm selling life insurance. I want you to come check it out." And so he takes me. to this place in Carrollton, and guess who is there?
That dude.
Matt Sapala. I've been following, so
Yeah.
he introduced me, Matt, and then so I'm on Matt's team now.
That's
So
cool.
for life insurance. But yeah, dude, like,
Like to where you can sell life insurance?
yeah. So
That's cool.
I'm
I
an
didn't know.
insurance agent as well, on Matt Sapala's team. So that happened, and then that happened, and then the $1 Million Mastermind, and then I started getting introduced to these people, and going to these big events, and all this stuff, and then my whole life has slowly but surely got me in the right rooms with the right people, had the right conversations to make the right things start to happen.
I love that, bro. That's so deep. That's really cool because I think that a lot of times people just when they go to prison, they feel like it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't have,
You lose hope.
yeah, I don't have any chance to be successful.
Yeah,
Or
you-
your goals are so small. You're like, dude, listen. When I was in prison, my goals were to get out of prison to make $12.50 an hour. This was 2016. I was like, I'll make $500 a week. I can get an efficiency apartment. I can get custody of my son back, and I'll get a car. And like literally, I want to make $500 a week.
Yeah.
Like that's
But you know what's crazy is
we would spend that on gas now.
if people would literally think like that to get started. That's all it takes. That's the right mindset, and that's why you are where you're at now. Is because you have to set small goals that you can achieve. Like there's this one dude that I'm trying to coach a little bit and teach him. Like he's going through a rut, and I'm like, bro, this is what we need to start with. Let's just start with. He's like, man, I'll never. I was like, what's your goals? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, what do you want to do with life? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, let's start. Let's
Yeah.
figure it out. I said, where do you live? He was like, I got a RV. And I was like, okay, so let's start with trying to get out of that. He's like, I can't afford it. I said, why not? And he told me, and I was like, well, let's make a goal list of what we need to do for 2026. Let's start. He's like, I don't have good credit. I said, okay, well, then this is what we need to start. Let's start with building your credit. Let's put that on a goal. Let's make a goal list. So then I was like, I need you to send me goals. And so I started breaking it down for him on what type of goals he'll need to do.
Yeah.
And just super small goals. And then so that night he sent me a picture. He's like, look, here's my goals for 2026. And then bam, it started with fixing my credit. And then now it's making more sales and job. Then it's getting out of the RV into an apartment or a home. And then it's getting a new truck. Like that's perfect small goals for your
Yeah.
first year.
And what I love about that, and that's such good advice because when you set small goals that are hittable, once you hit them, you build confidence, and
You
then
get
the more confidence you feel, and then you can reach a bigger goal. But if
Yeah.
you just start with too big of goals people will give up or quit,
Yeah.
because you're not going to reach that goal
Right.
fast, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So that's really smart. That's good advice.
Sure. So I told him that, and then so now like I'm like, let's do a vision board. I was like, we could do one every year, but for 2026, what do you want to put on that board that you want in life? Like, what's your goal? Like, it could be anything. He's like what? And I was like, what kind of car do you want? A truck you want? Go find magazines, get a big poster board, buy a couple magazines, $5 magazines. Magazines are $20 now.
It's crazy, right?
Golly. So, he was like, okay. So I was like, find as many pictures of that truck that you want that look like it the way you want it, cut them out and glue them to that board.
Yeah.
I was like, what else do you want? He was like, golf clubs. I was like, find some golf clubs. Do you want to go on vacation? Yeah. Go find pictures of vacations that you want to go and put it on there. I was like, until you make that thing into a collage that you believe that you can achieve, just stare at it every day until it comes true. It ain't even got to be just for 2026. Make it for a 5-year goal.
How cool would that be? And I've never thought about that until just now. If there was a way to do that with guys that are locked up, like if they could what if we ran a workshop where we went and got like all these old magazines that companies were just getting rid of, right?
Yeah.
They would give them to us.
Yeah.
Let's say we get thousands of magazines,
Yeah.
and we go to a prison and we sit in there with 20 to 50 guys, and we just and these magazines all over the table, and we say, hey, I want you to make a vision board for when you get out, what you want your first 5 years of your life to look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, they would get thrown away in the first shakedown.
They would throw it away.
And the shakedown, for sure. Like, I don't even think they can have pictures anymore.
I'm not. Oh, really?
No.
Oh, because they have
Everything's
the
on a tablet.
You're right. You're right. Oh, that. Well, maybe we just take them and hold them for them when they get out, and then we mail it to them.
We could do something like it would be awesome. I do want to start something.
Do you have any interest of going back into prisons and talking? Because
Yeah,
we're doing that, man. I would love you to come with us.
All right, so I did it at the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
I did it for I did outreach. I did the Big Brother, Little Brother program.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would have to re-register to get back into the prison.
Yeah, I just did it. It's not hard.
So, yeah. It was hard.
Yours, yeah, my I don't have 15 felonies though either.
Yeah. So
I have
I would
one.
love to. I would love to get to the prison where my brother David Thomas is at. He's down there on Beto 1.
Okay. That when that yeah, shout out to your brother.
Yeah, shout out. Hey man, keep your head up. I hope you find God in there and make your way home soon. He's doing 35 years.
How long's he been gone?
2. Yeah.
No, huh? Is it ag?
No.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah. So it ain't ag.
So you might do like what, like 8?
I hope not.
Less than that?
He comes up for it in 3 more years. So
That's not bad, yeah.
Yeah, 3 years he comes up. If he does right, then he may make it. If not, then but 8 is his I think is mandatory or first or something like that. So it really all depends on how he acts.
Yeah, well that's hopefully he can keep it together because that's not a place to.
No.
There's so many good things going on out here in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I took them for granted, dude. I definitely took the world for granted. And then prison definitely took that from me. One of the biggest things for me is I wanted to be a good dad because I had such a good dad, you know?
Yeah.
And then when I was locked up, my son was born. So I missed the first 7 years of his life.
Right.
And I was like, man, I was like, there's no way I'm giving these people any more of my life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What if you could go back and give 16-year-old John Real, first of all, how cool is it for your name to be John Real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what a cool real construction. Like, you just said, like, you just
Real
set
talk
up.
with John
Real
Real.
talk. Yeah, that's really cool. So, anyways, if you could go back and give little John that's 16 years old a piece of advice or something that you think that if you knew at 16 would have really like helped change the trajectory of your life, do you know what it would have been?
Yeah, man. I would have said, I would have told him to find God and get close to him. So that I think that's the biggest thing that people think is, and I'm glad that they've noticed that younger kids are starting to think God is cool.
They are, isn't that cool?
Yeah, so if we could get to the younger kids and let them know, hey, God's cool.
Yeah.
Like God is where it's at.
It's so good,
it
bro.
It ain't finding a mentor that has what you want because, dude, God is gonna give you what you want if you just listen. Like that is the main that's the core value of everything is focusing on God. Because don't get me wrong, the devil rules the world and the devil will give you everything you want.
Yeah.
As well. But
it won't fill you.
It won't fill you won't you and then you'll lose it. You're gonna lose it.
I love what you said about how kids nowadays are, you know, the younger generation is turning to God. Because, you know, growing up to me, I never took God that serious because I thought of God as like people who, I thought that people, that Christians were like weak, soft. They were like soft men. They didn't want to, they didn't want no drama. They weren't going to like stand up for themselves. They were just all weak and timid. And as I grew up, I realized I was completely wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I was the one
all
tripping.
The rich people that go to church.
Yeah, right. You don't see anybody. Yeah, but
yeah. That's how I felt like it was the rich people, and I didn't have no reason being there.
Yeah, and I feel that 100%.
100%. That is exactly how I felt every time I went to church when I was young. Is man, I don't belong here because I'm not rich. All these people have money. Their families here. I'm by myself, and so. But if I could tell him anything, I would have told him to stop worrying about what people think. And focus on just being the best. Have fun as a kid. Do kid things. Don't worry about getting in trouble. Don't worry about being cool. And just try to focus on God because every cool kid is either locked up, in jail, on drugs.
It's so true. I wish that I would have. You said another one. You just kind of slipped it in there though. But don't be so worried about what other people think.
Yeah,
I still to this day. That's one of my biggest struggles.
Me too, dude. That's one of my struggles because I'm a people pleaser.
Me, man. Me
and
too.
So, I kind of want people to not have a judgment of me,
Yeah.
but also a friend to everyone is a friend to no one.
Yep. That's good. No, it's so good because it's so true.
It
If you
is.
can't stand up for what you believe in, because once you set a standard of who you are
Yeah.
and what you believe in, that should be able to dictate different. Like I shouldn't care what those people think because I don't believe what they got going on in their life.
Exactly.
But to me, I will. I mean, I know it's not good, but I'll worry about what some random teenager that I just walk by thinks about me. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
me too.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
how
for
stupid is
sure.
that? Like,
Yeah.
and it's just, and I'll let it. And it's bad. At the same time, it does work out too, especially in sales and business though,
Yeah.
because I don't like, I'm such a people pleaser that I want to make sure everything goes perfect with every job I do because I don't want them to be mad at me or, you know what I'm saying? Or think
Yeah.
of a bad thing about my business. Or so I'm like, so it can work in both ways, but I let it run my life, dude.
Right.
Like, oh, this doesn't match exactly with those shoes. I can't wear this. Or this ain't like, you know what I'm saying? They're going to think or whatever. Like, who's they? What am I talking about? Just put the freaking clothes on and move on.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let it. Or I
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
or I'll post something. Look, I'm just being vulnerable with y'all. I'll post something, and if it doesn't get the engagement I like within an hour,
Delete it.
I'm like, pff, delete.
Bro, me too.
How corny is that, bro?
I do it too. I did do it. I quit doing that like 2 months ago.
I literally, I've done it a couple of days ago. I posted something on Monday. It actually took off, so I left it on there. But if it wasn't getting as many likes in the first hour, bro, I would have deleted that so fast.
I've done that a bunch of times. I hate that I'm so hard on myself about what other people think.
Me
Like,
too.
none of them people make me money. They don't.
It's
they don't
completely
go,
irrelevant.
They don't go to work for me. They don't do
So good.
anything
They're not
that
raising my kids.
even matters.
It's so
Like,
true, man.
they're just strangers.
Isn't that funny?
And yeah, if I'm not driving the right car or wearing the right clothes, or if like I'm not tan, or if
Yeah.
I'm out of shape or anything, I judge myself on it. And
Oh,
I'm
I'm
just
so
like,
bad. No one, and that's another thing though. People can't ever really make me feel as bad as I can make myself feel.
oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like
worst critic.
people get on my butt, and I'm like, oh man, trust me, I told myself that 5 times today already. You
Yeah,
ain't telling me
yeah.
that I don't know.
So I wish I'm gonna break it. That's something that's something I'm gonna work on. Like not caring. Like who cares?
Yeah, like I mean,
I want to get to that point. I'm not there.
oh, no, I'm not even
gonna
close.
say I'm that mature yet. I'm still work in progress.
But
man.
that's awesome to be able to admit that. You know, a lot of people just carry it around like they got it all figured out. A lot of people wouldn't admit, be vulnerable with saying that I care. Most people are like, oh man, I don't care about what no one thinks. Like, yeah,
That
that's not
person
true.
does.
Yeah, that's not true. You really do. That's why you're trying to say that. Like,
yeah, anyone
you
that
know?
says that does.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. I don't care what no one thinks about me, bro. Only God can judge me. You're like, man, then why are you all hype about saying it right now? Like, if you
Yeah.
don't care,
Bro.
it's funny. I get that's, but so I think we need to link up on. I would really like for you to come and speak to the kids in the mentorship.
Okay.
We got like 20 kids now, or
Damn.
like 17 kids. Come tell them your story, talk to
Yeah.
them. I like the way you can present yourself. You know what I mean? Like they will be able to relate to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we bring some people in and they don't have any swag to them. They're not what did you say? The what cowboy? The concrete cowboy?
The ghetto cowboy.
The ghetto cowboy. Like I love that. I think that's the perfect nickname for you. But yeah, some people will come in and they just can't relate to the kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like these kids are in the streets. You know what I mean? Like these aren't, the kids I work with have all been kicked out of school for fighting
Right.
or drugs.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with the kids that get A's and B's. You know what I mean? These aren't the honor roll kids. Like these kids are rough.
But you know what's crazy is there's a bunch of them that are getting A's and B's that we relate to as well. It's just that they don't do it outside.
No, you're 100% right. I'm not saying anything about the kids.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I've realized that whenever I'm talking to the trouble kids,
Yeah.
other kids are like, bro.
Yeah, they
like,
still get just as much out of it, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure. And I agree 100%. The kids that we work with, the way we find our kids are in the school. Yeah, they got caught. Yeah, for sure.
That's the
But
difference.
no, our message, like what you have to say, my message, all of our message, it doesn't matter if the kids are in trouble or not. It's just
Right.
high school kids need to
Yeah.
hear this, you know?
100%.
Because like, for instance, I did get in trouble, but like I know kids that didn't get in trouble that got straight A's and are now out in the street bent over sideways on fentanyl. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it don't matter what drug addiction and crime and stuff, it doesn't whatever the word is, not segregate or discriminate, you know?
Like, so I went a long time, all the way through school, till the very end of never getting in trouble. Like in
Yeah.
high school, I was a office worker and teacher's aide.
Can you were playing sports too, right?
Yeah. And then so I would get in trouble outside of school.
Man, well, thank you for coming and doing this with me, bro.
I appreciate it.
I'm really excited to put this out there. I think that I think a lot of people are going to get a lot from this.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 where we just focus on.
Yeah.
Because right now we kind of had it ain't as deep as the first one was.
Yeah,
We got deleted.
Man, we could go. We'll definitely run this back. I've got a couple guys that we run them back with regularly. I think it's good to kind of.
Yeah, do
so I would
that.
love to do that every couple months or something. And
Every
then what'll
couple
happen
weeks.
is, yeah, for real. Honestly, we could just co-host it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like
For real.
what we'll do is we get the I don't know if I know I put it on Brian's episode. I'm gonna throw it out there one more time in case y'all didn't see that one. We got a new address, right? For the new gym. We had to move the gym with the fire that happened next door, all that. We're still right now using the podcast studio, but the gym outside of here is completely wiped clean. The new address is 8001 Valcassi, Valcasi Drive, 8001 Valcassi Drive, Arlington, Texas, 76001. So y'all write us. You can write John there too. Write him there. I'll give him the letters. I'll let him know what y'all say. And it's cool to kind of to know that like y'all get something out of this. You know what I mean? It feels good to us. We'll write you back if we can. I haven't been very good at that, but I probably have 30 letters out there. We get like 30, 40 letters a week. And not saying that it's not important to me, but it's hard to sit down and write it down when I got the multiple businesses going on. And y'all know what it is. But bro, thank you again for coming. You got anything you want to say before we wrap this one up?
Man, all I want to say is, man, if you got dreams out there, go chase them. They won't chase you. And always put God first. He'll definitely lead you in the right path. Don't ever think that your past is your future. Your past is not your future, and you can still do anything you want, no matter how old you are, no matter what you've been through. It's capable and it's able, and you can achieve it.
That's so good,
all
bro.
you have to do is believe to achieve and have faith. So
That's so good. Thank you, bro. Hey, remember, y'all, if you're watching this, that you're loved and you're forgiven, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
amen.
Peace.
Peace.